just a number.
Welcome back to our channel. Age is just a number. In today's video, we will tell you about the Python language.
So, Python is the best language for AI. Even slower than other languages like C# and Java, but its community is too strong and it has built-in libraries for AI. So, what is a programming language? It's a set of instructions that we give to a computer, and it understands the instructions and perform our task. In every programming language, the logic is same, but the syntax is different. So, what is syntax? A syntax is the way we write a programming language that computer can understand. A low-level language. A low-level language is a machine-oriented language that consists of zeros and ones. And a high-level language. It's similar to human language like we speak in our daily routine.
So now, we will teach you the basics of the Python language. So let's start.
So these are the basics that we will cover in this video. So those are variable, data types, operators, functions, arrays, list, tuple, condition, match, and loops.
There are many websites that teach you programming languages, but the one we recommend for Age Fellows is W3 Schools. It's not sponsored. We recommend it. So what are variables? Variables are a temporary memory, a temporary container in our memory that has a value and a user-defined name.
So here is an example of creating a variable. So this is how to make a variable. X is the name of the container and the 5 is the value in the container, and Y is the name of the container and John is the value in the container.
What are data types? There are a lot of data types in Python, and the most important ones are string, int, float, and boolean. The string data type can store Unicode characters. Integer data type can hold numbers, store numbers. Float can store numbers in decimal values, and boolean can store true or false.
So there are many more data types, but ignore them for now. We will tell you about them in the advanced programming language. Then comes operators. Operators have many kinds, but we will focus on the most important ones. So first comes arithmetic. Arithmetic operators are used for maths like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
Then comes the assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign a value to a variable, like is equal to, plus is equal to, minus is equal to. And after that comes the comparison operator. It's used to compare things or values.
And then comes logical operators like and, or, not. So what are these? These are used to combine conditional statements.
So what is function? Function is a reusable code, a block of a code that is only used when we call it. So what are arrays? Arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. So here is an example of how you write a code of array in Python. First of all, we give a user-defined name to our array. After that is equal sign to assign it, and then square brackets, and then we give a string value a Unicode character in double quotes, forward, and after that you need multiple, so comma, again the name, comma, and then the first one, so you have to write a comma and then add the multiple values, and then we just have to print it, and there you go, this is the result.
So then comes list. So what is a list? List is just like arrays, but it can store objects. Don't worry, I will tell you about objects in the upcoming video about OOPS, object-oriented programming. So then comes Python tuples. They're the same as arrays, but an array can store values of one single data type. But in tuples, we can store values of different data types, and you cannot change it after you create it. And then come conditions. Conditions are if else. So what are if else? It's like we are speaking in our daily routine. Like if I eat a burger, I buy you a burger too. If you are eating a burger, you buy me a burger too. It's the same as we speak in daily routine. But now let me explain to you in more detail. So when we say if we have when we write if condition, we have to write a condition, and in else we don't write a condition, we just write the code that we want to execute if it's else. But if we combine if and else, it becomes elif. Elif is a keyword that we write after if. Like we write if a code that if the condition is true, execute this block, and then elif condition and the code that we want to execute if the elif one is true, and then we write else. We don't write any condition and just write the block of code that we want to execute.
After condition comes Python match. Python match statement is used instead of writing many if-else statements like if-else, if-else. You can just write match, it will do the same thing like many if-else statements. After match comes loops. There are three types of loops. And first of all, what is loops used for? Loops are used to iterate or repeat a block of code. There are mainly three types of loops in other languages and every language, like for, while, and do while. But in Python, there are only two, for and while.
So there are three types of loops in programming languages. As he told you, in for and while, first the condition is checked and then the block of code is executed. But in do while, the block of code is executed first and then the condition is checked. So these were the basics you need to know for learning programming languages.
So now, I will tell you how to install the Python language in your local system. So let's start. First of all, open your browser. So now, open your browser. After that, in the search bar, search for the Python language. Python. First website, it's welcome to python.org. Click on the website. It will take you to the website. And then scroll a little bit down and you will find the download option. Then choose the latest version. And it should redirect you to the Python page. Now scroll down and find the Windows version. For me, it's 64-bit. For you, 32 or 68. For me, it's 64-bit. So click on the 64-bit. After that, you just download the file. But I'm not going to download it because I have downloaded it before. So now, after you install it, first of all, open your terminal. And then type in here Python, then double dash and version. Press enter and there you go. Now you can check the version of your Python. So now we check the Python version. So this would mean we have installed our Python. Then how do we code in Python? The code we learned the basics. How do we code it? For that we get a IDE. So there are a lot of IDEs, but the one I recommend and the whole world uses is Visual Code. So search in the search bar Visual Code and then go to the first website and download and install it. It's downloaded, double click to open it and then just install it. After installed, I will tell you how to code, make virtual environment and use the Python language in it. After it's downloaded, let's code. First of all, make a folder. So now let's go with test Python code and now open our Visual Code. Just skip this, just close this, welcome. Click on the file, open folder and then it's on desktop. So I go click on the desktop. This is the one, select it and there you go. Now we are in the folder and now click this checkbox and then click on yes. This is used to trust the authors of these files. That, let's skip the walkthrough, and now there you go. It's installed, and now you have Visual Code and environment you can code in. But how do we code? Now we need a file. So we click this button, new file, and then the name should be any username. Let's go with test code. And then remember, there are multiple formats like .html, .css, and many other in other languages, but in Python it's .py. And there you go, it's a Python file. Let me just, and now it should give you a message down there for Python. Now install Python in here, and there you go, it's installed. Now we close this, and there you go, this is a code, a file now we can code in. So now we go to the Explorer, open the file, and now let's take an example from W3 Schools. We open the Python, there you go. Any example just to run the code. Let's go with this variable one. So I copy this code, paste it in here, and there you go. Let me just zoom in. There you go, the code is now. But how do we run it? First of all, click these three dots, terminal, new terminal, and now how do we execute this Python file? We use a virtual environment. So why do we use a virtual environment? It's a virtual environment is used to not make a conflict. If we install a library or use a Python regularly, it will be on the system level, and that will make an conflict on using other apps. For now, and the best thing to do is virtual environment. We'll install all the dependencies in a folder. So how do we create it? First of all, we write a command in the terminal like open Python and -m, when the short form of virtual environment, and then the name. So what is the name? Let's go with test. We press enter. As you can see, it's created. So let me just not show this again. Let's ignore it. I'm going to show you how to activate this. First we create it and then we activate it. So all the downloads and dependency goes in that one folder. Now dot front backslash, and then the name test, again backslash, and then capital scripts, but with the capital S, scripts, again a backslash, and then small activate. As you can see, it's activated in the left, in the terminal on the left side we can see it's activated. Now how do we execute the file? We created and activated virtual environment, but now how do we activate it? So now how do we execute the Python file? We type Python, the file name, it's test code.py. Oh sorry, there you go, test code.python test.py, and there you go, the results are here.
So subscribe, like, and share. Take care. Till then, bye.